In our business, we deal with a lot of senior citizens who are leaving to move out of their long-term home, the home they raised their families typically, and moving into either an apartment, a smaller home, or some sort of assisted living, nursing home, or independent living home facility. And that's a challenging time for a senior citizen. Uh, they're not always as capable as they were when they move into the house that they're leaving. Their family may not be close by. Sometimes instead of being two of them, there's one another. A member of the couple had passed. And it's a sad time. They're leaving the house with memories and so on behind, in addition to a lot of belongings because they're going to downsize. So I bothered to go through the trouble of getting my senior transition specialist designation. And while I understood seniors quite well because of my background as a financial services rep, and I dealt with 880 senior citizens with an average age of 80, dealing with their financial issues, and a lot of them dealing with moving and all things that go along with being 80 years old. And they range pretty much from 55 to maximum over 100. So it just seemed logical for me to get this designation. And it came in handy. I was just talking to somebody the other day, actually two people I should really bring up. One person I wasn't talking to as a member of my team was Miguel, where the son is working on selling the house for mom. They're going to move to a new home together, a smaller place, less expensive, more appropriate for this stage in their lives. And suddenly, before anything happened, mom ended up in the hospital. And now the question is, can we do a contract with mom in the hospital? Is she able-bodied? Is she clear-headed? Will an attorney represent her? And to make matters worse is the son has no power of attorney. Power of attorneys are an issue because they're not all the same. There's multiple types of power of attorneys, and within the power of attorney there are multiple powers that can be had. So I'm not going to play lawyer in this video, but I highly recommend that you speak to a lawyer to have a proper power of attorney drawn if you're a senior or if you're a child, an adult child of a senior. Make sure that's in place. It's very, very important. I had them for my folks, and they came in very handy for both of them. There are other paperwork you should have, and living wills and all sorts of things I don't want to go into again. I don't want to play lawyer. But I did it for a long time. I used the term playing lawyer. But this person now, we're hoping that the attorney will work with this homeowner in the hospital, and we're able to get a contract drawn, and God willing, we're able to get the house sold before anything catastrophic happens. And that's all closed, I should say. That is our hope. And I'm dealing with another woman in a very, very similar situation where she really needed to have all the ducks in a row. She never discussed with mom exactly what mom wanted later in life, and the mom needs help. And mom is not as clear-headed as in this first story, and mom really can't make decisions, and the daughter doesn't know what to do. So, as a person who is an advisor in the background and a senior transition specialist currently, I highly recommend that people, adults, speak with their children. I don't care if the children are in their 30s or 60s. Speak with your children, have your wishes spelled out, have them understand what it is that you're looking for. For 30 years as an advisor, I knew it was a very, very difficult topic. So many of my clients would not discuss with their children what they're worth, things of that nature. That's not necessary. But at least discuss with your children what you want to accomplish later in life. My mother was very emphatic. She did not want to be put into a nursing home. Very, very emphatic. And when the time came she really needed to be in a nursing home, we did everything we could and kept her out of one, because for years she made it very clear it's not what she wanted to be. And we ended up never putting her into one. We ended up getting 24-hour care, keeping her from the need of a nursing home. I was fortunate enough to have this dialogue with both my folks, and we had the dialogue many times over many, many years, and it started quite early. I guess that's coming from that profession. But I highly please, I implore you to speak with your parents or speak with your adult children and have an open and honest dialogue as to what it is that you like later in life. when sometimes they're the ones who are making the decisions for you. Give them a heads up as to what kind of decision you'd like them to make. So there's like a common thread to these two stories. One is, don't wait until it's too late, where the son is dealing with selling mom's house, but it may literally be too late. And if, God forbid, mom dies before this house is sold, they have to go through probate. I wouldn't even go and want to talk about what the mess is going to be in this situation. But that's going to take a very long time. And they're going to be incurring expenses, living expenses in the house throughout this entire probate period. Here in New York, it can take many, many months or longer. And so again, don't wait to have that dialogue about what to do with your home and your life and where you want to be. And don't wait to make that move to your next home. If it's something you want to do, sooner is better than later.